distributors of International. It's my honor and privilege to be your host tonight. I promise you that you're going to enjoy yourself in tonight's presentation. A lot of things is really going on in the world of Enagic. So we need to tighten our belts and move to the next level and invite our guests, our prospects to our seminars in Lagos at Adeni Jones, where we have our office. Invite guests to be there. Right now, I'm seeing the city of Abuja. If you have some prospect that you want me to share with, kindly private chat so that I can do that for you. Thank you and God bless you. So tonight we are going to have on our presentation as usual. Okay, so Enagic as a business is a wonderful company from the city of Lusaka, Japan. And before I go in to do the presentation, we like to start with plastic bottle because we are in a business of water. Now, in most of countries of the world, this is where we store our water. Okay, it has becoming a common norm to so many society to store their water in these plastics. We have a lot of companies that produce plastic bottle. Now, when the water is being produced, okay, and what we are looking at from this plastic is actually the ship product or ship chemical using in producing these plastics. And that chemical is called bisphenol, BPA. You can actually go into Google while we are having this presentation on, check what the disadvantage of this chemical, how dangerous, how harmful this chemical is into, that how harmful this chemical is to human body. And you see, when you look at water production from the factory, from the production state to the consumer stage, minimum of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, the longer the water stays in this plastics, the more emission of that chemicals that destroy the property of the water. Okay, in so many countries of the world, they've actually put a ban on storing water in these plastics. In UK, it's about 20 years ago, but some cartel did not allow this ban to work. In Japan, since the 70s, that is why you see ionization is the mother of the day in Japan. And that actually show in Japan population because 28% of Japan population is above 100 years. That is a fantastic result because they've actually changed their water long years ago. Now, this chemical called bisphenol, like we said, the longer the water stays in this plastic, the more emission. If you look at the reseller of this product, after receiving from the factory, these channel distributions actually put this water in the front of the office to attract customer, to attract you and I. And when these plastics have contact with the ray of light, it makes that chemical to emit more into this water that destroy the water. That is why you see most of the water, when check the plastic water, it becomes acid. And in the production state, when they produce these plastics, it's actually is pH of 7. But because of this chemical is very, very hazardous and very dangerous, it actually destroys the water. Okay, and you see, bisphenol is responsible to the disease, both adult and children. So we need to stop storing our water in these plastics. So once again, you are welcome to Enagic presentation. So Enagic is actually the solution what you can use to replicate or to replace that plastic storage. Okay, so here is world map where this wonderful technology is being distributed since 1974. 1974, the first machine was produced, Kangen machine, as a result of group of Japanese doctors that run through water tanks. Which water? The water from the rock, that is spring water. This water from the rock actually have a very particular property content that is not found in the regular water. And most people that have access to this water, they call it miracle water. And that is the reason why this group of Japanese doctors is spur their interest to make them to collect the reason why they continue in running or getting I mean, doing, going to the research continuum in order to get something they can use, because God give man brain to make things, to create, and they discovered the amazing thing that in the soil there is this titanium gemstone. Make a plate into, when this plate is made and water goes through it, it will separate the water into two parts, positive electron and negative electron. The positive electron that is separated by this titanium rock is the bad water from the water supply to the machine. Why the negative electron is the quality and freshness water, antioxidant water that your cell, that your body need. And they decided to call the name of the technology Kangen machine. And since 1974, this technology is being in distributions. But in then, they were only producing for hospital. It is only hospital they produce this technology for, so that they can use it to help people to recover faster in hospital, because Japan hospital is actually running under NGO. Under NGO, that is not for profit making. In this part of the world, the hospitals is run on a profit making, but in Japan is non-governmental organization under NGO. Okay, so that is why they need to, because the people's health is paramount to them. So that is why they have to go to the root of what is the reason why people are falling sick. They discovered amazing that human bodies contain 70% of water. Once you get it wrong in the area of water, then a lot of things begin to happen to your body systems. So these are all the things they put together that makes them to have access, to form this technology that we are presenting to you today. So in 1974, they were only producing for hospital until 1994, 20 whole years. They were only producing this technology for hospital in Japan. In 1994, that is after they be producing for the larger size, and they now produce the smaller size of domestic model called Level Look SD501. Very compact and smaller size for home use. And then they launched network marketing, and since then they've been distributing it around the world until 2003. The network moved from Lusaka, Japan, down to New York. From New York, they were able to spread to so many countries that you are seeing on the world map today. Over 25 countries and 42 branches location around the world. Now, late last year, Nigeria joined in having approved to spearhead distributions of this technology in the Africa. And about last month, okay, I think in month of June, we were able to get the final approval of Nigeria to spearhead. So our office right now, as I'm talking to you, is on number house 18, Olukoye, okay, at Adeyemi Jones. So you need to visit our office and also make a purchase for your own machine, or attend our demo on Tuesday, 10 a.m., 10 a.m. and 2 o'clock, and also Wednesday and Friday. So these 3 days we run our team seminars in the office. So you need to be there. Now, what we are saying now is Nigeria is spearheading distributions of Kangen machine in the whole Africa, not just Nigeria. So if you are here tonight as a guest, you are also a pioneer of this company in Africa, not just Nigeria. So join us as we go in distributions of this wonderful technology in the whole Africa. So let's continue. Now, the next is welcome to Enagic, and here we have the Kangen water or Kangen machine. Now, the water is called Kangen water. Now, Kangen is actually a Japanese word. It means back to origin. So each time you are pronouncing Kangen, you're actually telling yourself that I need to change myself to, back to slow down the aging and back clocking. That is clocking your age. Once you continue to drink your Kangen water, that's why we say change your water, change your life. So Kangen will slow down aging process in your body system. So here is the countries, so many spots where we have spring water, where they collected the water to check what is in this water. And you can see in France, Ludan, France, and Mexico, India, and Germany, and you see what they call it miracle water, because the water healed their body. Now, this is the result of research done by a group of Japanese doctors led by Dr. Shiriata. They all discovered that all mountain water, okay, contains same property that is not found in the regular water that we have access to. And that property is called active hydrogen. Now, active hydrogen, if it's found in your water, is a powerful antioxidant. It also contains anti-aging because it will slow down aging process. Because anything that contains antioxidant, it destroys free radicals in the human body, and that makes the body to slow down in aging process. And also, lastly, it also contains negative ORP. ORP means oxidation reduction potential. It is negative. While regular water, it is positive ORP. That is, every water that we are drinking, it is oxidation present, while Kangen water, it is free from oxidation. That is why it is negative. And that makes the water to become antioxidant. Okay, so let's check how it goes. Now, the water contains three major properties that we just discussed. The first one is antioxidant, because after getting Kangen machine produced and they check the negative ORP charge, they discovered that all the three properties found in the mountain water also present, even more in Kangen water. So the first property we're going to check is called antioxidation. That is the negative ORP that is found in mountain water is also found in water coming out from a Kangen technology. Now, everything around us is actually oxidation present. Okay, the more we live in a highly oxidation environment, the faster we age. The more we age, because oxidation is related to rottenness. Oxidation is aging. Okay, it's aging in process. Now, when the water becomes negative ORP, it becomes antioxidant and it will slow down aging. To tell you that the oxygen is highly oxidized, when you opened a fresh apple, the apple is fresh. After about 10-15 minutes, it becomes brown. That tells you that the oxygen is highly oxidized. And that is the reason why everything that we consume, both the water, food, and everything, and fruit, they are all oxidation present. Now, another thing that you are going to also see oxidation present is fresh tomato. When a tomato is fresh, a woman used to cook a very nice and sweet soup. But once the tomato becomes rotten, that is oxidation present. Okay, the soup becomes sour. Okay, it becomes a lot of issue. You only get the taste of the soup. What we are seeing here is, in apple, you notice oxidation present. In tomato, you also notice oxidation present. But when it comes to water, you cannot know. You know why? Because water is transparent in nature. When water moves from fresh to become oxidation present, it doesn't change tastes, smells, or color. It remains the same. Now, living tissue plus oxidation in water is equal to sickness. That is, if your water is oxidation present, then if you consume it for a longer time, there will be a disease in your body system because it will breed acid reflux in your body. Now, to check whether water is oxidized or not, you need this chart and ORP meter. Now, ORP means oxidation reduction potential meter. This meter is actually used by people that do swimming pool business. In swimming pool, you need the oxidation in swimming pool to be positive millivolt of 1,000, 1,005 and above. The higher the oxidation present in swimming pool, the better for everyone that goes into the water, because if you have any skin issue, you'll be able to transfer it, because the highly chlorine poured into the water will make the oxidation to be very, very high. Okay, but in the water that you and I will drink, it should be free to be negative charge, to be free from oxidation. Now, to check oxidation, you need this chart. When the meter called ORP is dropped into any water and the reading is coming up and the reading is not bringing out minus, minus shows oxidation free. That will make the water to become antioxidant, will make the water to become anti-aging, and it will reduce oxidative stress in human body when you continue to drink the water. Okay, and when it is reading and there is no minus, then it is a plus. Okay, plus shows that the water is rotten as tomato. It shows that it is aging, is highly oxidized. It shows that the water will breed acid reflux in human body, and that begins to bring in a lot of disease in the body when you continue to consume it. This is the genesis of why we have a lot of disease around us. Okay, now to do this, we have a video here that's going to help us. This video is going to show the oxidation-free water that is coming from Kangen machine. So sit back as you watch this video. Now, this video is actually done by Mr. Simon, and we have presence of so many water. First, we have tap water, we have RO, reverse osmosis, mineral water, and we also have soft drinks. If you are a lover of soft drinks, you love to take soft drink, Coke, Fanta, malt, and so on and so forth. Wow, this is it. We're going to check it because all the water you are seeing here, there's no different because they are all transparent in nature. Here we have the fresh of the fresh, which is Kangen water. So we have all different kind of water is represented here. But if you look at them, you see that there's no difference. But a millions of difference happen to this water. So here we have the ORP meter, oxidation reduction potential meter. So once it is showing negative, it shows free from oxidation. Once it is not negative, it is not showing, then it is plus. Now, here is the tap water, positive 400 and above. We have reverse osmosis 450 and above. The higher it is, the more acid reflux to breathe to the human body. This is mineral water. Okay, watch the last one, soft drinks. Soft drinks is breathed above plus 530 oxidation present. But immediately the meter gets inside the Kangen, it moved the reading to negative 550 negative charge. This electron negative charge is the best that your cell need, is the best that your cholesterol pile up in the adrenal wall need to melt it up, is the best that can stop cancerous cells in human body. This negative, negative charge in this water, okay, is the absence of it in human body is called hypoxia. That is lack of oxygen in human body. So the presence of it in your body will stop cancerous from being active and also flush anything that has to do with cancerous out of the body. So among the water we have here, the only water that is fresh is Kangen water. Every other water is dead water. The second property is called alkaline. In terms of alkalinity, this is the most popular among the three and is the least among the property found in Kangen water and also in mountain water. Now, there is two ways of making alkaline, okay? The first one is called ionized, which is Kangen machine. The second one is called induction, adding something to make alkaline, adding something to the water to make alkaline. For example, when you add the baking soda into water, it gives you alkaline, or add lime into water, also give you alkaline, all right? Or get a bottle and pour water and also remove water. All is called induction. Now, the problem with induction water is that the molecule structures of the water remain intact. This have to know, a woman dropped something into the forums. Okay, I was in church. I should have responded, but I couldn't respond because I'm in church. By the time I get back, for me to come and respond to what he posted, he has already deleted it. Okay, he posted a bottle. Okay, and I've been talking about this in all my presentation, that anything that you just pour the water into the bottle and you remove the water. Okay, when you do that, the molecule structure of the water still remain intact. It can only make the water to become alkaline, but it cannot make it to become free from oxidation. It cannot make the water to become microclusters, which is the top property we're going to discuss. Now, in terms of induction is when you add something to make alkaline, the structure of the water still remains. So when you drink it, you are still drinking a regular water. And regular water settles down in your tummy. And it makes a kind of protrude in your tummy. Okay? Now, for your body to have access to the alkalinity content in the water, it will go through your kidneys. Your kidney will help you to break it down before the body can access it. Okay? When you consume that for a longer time, a lot of doctors release video and say such alkaline we should desist from it because it could cause an organ failure for a longer consumptions. And as a matter of fact, such alkaline, you can't go more than, you can't even get up to 8.0 of the consumption of it. And why the minimum we're getting from Kangen water, because it is natural, it started from 8.5 up to 9.5. Okay, but in induction, you can't even get up to 8. If you consume 8, you see your body begin to, give a lot of side effect immediately because it is too high, because it is an induction. So now to check pH, we need two things, pH tester and the pH chart. pH tester is called potential hydrogen. Remember, we are coming from the hydrogen from the mountain, and also to check the chart start from 0 and end in 14. The middle of the chart is called 7 pH. That is neutral. That is, if we pour the pH tester into a water and it shows green, that shows that the water is neutral, meaning it is not acid and also it's not alkaline. So anything below 7, it's an acid water, and when you consume for a longer time, it will lead to sicknesses in your body. But anything above 7 is alkaline, which means healthy water. So I also have another video that's going to help us to do justice to this. The same water we have, okay, we are still having the same presence of the water, all right, but also pH tester. So he's going to drop the pH each into 2 drops in each of the water, and the color begin to change. Remember, the first one is tap water. The second one is reverse osmosis. The third one is VG, which is a mineral water. That means it's an alkaline that is induced with chemicals. Okay, that's why you see the pH is a little bit higher. All right, but the fresh one of it is Kangen water, which is through ionization. You can see the color is purple. Now, before you consume Kangen, you have been taking other water, so your body tissue is acid. Immediately you drink Kangen water, what happens? It moves the body acid to alkaline. It moves it immediately to alkaline. It moves immediately to alkaline. This is what happened to your body when you continue to consume Kangen water. But what if you are a regular consumer of soft drinks? Now, pouring 9.5 into that soft drinks, you can see it still remains acid. Because while acid destroy the body, acid, increase the level of acidity in human body, and that leads to a lot of disease in human body. A little drop of soft drinks, a little drop of soft drinks into a healthy body, it neutralizes that alkalinity content immediately. And if you want to take a soft, you don't take a cap, you go for the bottle. So this sugar actually destroys our body systems. And we even store it and give it to our children. When we even see people that smoke cigarette, we look at them as if they are not serious. But I tell you, cigarette will only destroy the lungs. But when sugar will destroy the whole eco body systems, we can do without sugar. When you drink Kangen water, it gives you all the energy that you look for. So among the water we have here, Kangen water is only the fresh and the best natural alkaline water that you can consume. Now, we have a doctor that also talks about the alkaline content, the importance of alkalinity in human body. His name is called Dr. Otto Erik Warburg. He is a German doctor. He did a research in 1923 and got a physiology prize in 1931 that in his works that the metabolism of a tumor, he demonstrated that all forms of cancer are characterized by 2 basic conditions, which is acidosis and hypoxia. Hypoxia means lack of oxygen, meaning lack of oxygen in human body. It leads to what? Acidosis. And acidosis is a cancerous presence in human body that cancerous can easily what? Zoom in it. Now, what happened is, this lack of oxygen is talking about is what you get 500 and above in Kangen water. So when you begin to drink Kangen water, you see it's neutralized, or it creates, environment oxygen into all your body systems, into your tissue, into your cells and all that. And everything begins to work in accurate, healthy state. Now, cancerous cells, tissue are acid, while healthy tissue are alkaline. Deprive a cell 35% of oxygen in 48 hours, that cells becomes cancerous. That is, if in your consumptions on daily basis, and you don't consume anything that have, that has what we call oxygen to your body systems, then cancerous cells can begin to, spring up in your body system. So the third property is called microclusters. Microclusters is talking about small water clusters that lead to easy for absorption in human body. Now, human body is made up of 70% of water. Now, importance of water, you can see the organs. The one I actually like more talking about here is the blood. Can you get it that blood is made up of 82% of water? Now, lack of water in your blood leads to what we call, the pile-up of triglyceride. That is a low density of lipoprotein, which is a cholesterol, breathing a sick part that is not allowing the blood to flow in oxygen. And this actually leads to the blockage of the arterial wall that causes a pressure back to the heart. This can lead to high blood pressure or hypertension or even stroke, collapsing of the nerves. You see, drinking Kangen water, it helps the boiling up of that oxygen. To burn up that cholesterol, that is seeking part of bad cholesterol in the arterial wall. So we need Kangen water. That first property will help your body system to be in a healthy state. Now, two reasons. The reason why we need microcluster water. One, supply nutrient into the body. Channel nutrient into the body. Nutrient that you are taking, that your body gets from fruit, from vegetables, from food that your wife cooked for you. You need microcluster to take it to the body. Secondly, detox, channel waste out of the body. You need microclusters. Kangen water, because it is microclusters capability in nature, it penetrates through every nook and cranny of your body systems, and it detox your body regularly through urinary systems and through defecation. Now, microclustering is talking about better hydration. Now, if the water is not micro, there is no how we can hydrate. Hydration means your body swim, your body flow in water, because our human body is made up of 70 to 75% of water. So what we need more is water in the body. When the water is hydrated, that is when the elimination of toxins can happen. Regular water is H2O in clusters. The molecule is about 50 to 20. Is clogged together. This you cannot see with physical eyes, with stethoscope. The microscopy you can use to snap. Physical eye cannot detect this in the structures of the water. Now, that molecule about 50 to 20 make the water to become large and it clogs together, so it limits absorption. This is what you feel when you drink irregular water, that your tummy becomes filled up or protrude, and your mouth be asking you to even drink more of the water. Why? Because the one you are drinking, body is not seeing it as water. So the same water go through Kangen machine, and it will separate it to two parts, positive electron and negative electron. So the negative electron charge is the drinkable one, which is Kangen water, while the bad one is the positive electron water. So it breaks the molecules to between 5 to 6. Okay, very, very small. So easy to penetrate and absorption becomes faster. So to do this, we have another video that is going to help us to get this done. Okay, the next video will also help us in this. So stay back as we watch. So we have tea bags. Tea is going to represent our body, because when you want to make a tea, we usually do one thing: we boil the water. Now, when you boil the water, our boiling stage is micro. That is why the tea was able to bruise out. But what if, because the regular water is not being boiled, and Kangen water too is not boiled, but because it is microcluster in nature, so it brings out the tea natural. So this will happen to your body. When you consume Kangen, it goes straight to your cells. You don't feel it in your regular tummy as regular water. So because your body consuming instantly. Now, do you know that when you also eat good food, you eat good food or take good nice supplements, and you drink regular water destroys the nutrient in food, in supplement, in food. Why Kangen water multiply? It absorbs, it multiply the cell, it multiply the nutrient in those food, in those supplements that you eat. This is what it's doing here. Because the absorption rate of Kangen water is very high because of the microcluster capability. And another thing is, for this faster absorption in Kangen, this is the reason why you can't use Kangen water to take your medication. Any drugs that doctor prescribe to you, please, my brother, my sister, don't use Kangen water to drink. Use your regular water, or you click Nutra from Kangen machine if you have it at home, so that you can get Nutra water and take your medication. So Kangen water is microcluster capability. That is why it absorbs faster into your body and hydrates your body and begin to flush out any form of acid, any form of residues or whatever in your body systems, because it detoxifies, it helps your urinary faster, it also helps you to, to take a defecation out of your body. It moves your bowel regularly, naturally, without taking any fiber product. Now, what we are presenting today, we are not just presenting you a product that is not being approved or endorsed by a professional. We have a lot of professionals here. They not only approve or endorse it, that's one available now. They also write books in order to keep the knowledge to the next generation. You can imagine Dr. Romishinya, who is a co-inventor of colonoscopy. He died 2 years ago and he wrote 4 books. The whole 4 books he wrote, Enzyme Factor to Rejuvenation Enzymes, all are on Kangen technology. Now, you can imagine if he didn't put that into a book, you will have carried the old knowledge gone without the next generation will be able to discover that this is what he has done in part of his work before, a legacy that he left behind. Now, he is the co-inventor of colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is a procedure where they put camera from your back end to get access to your internal system and perform operation. So this guy is a co-inventor of that procedure. Next is Dave Carpenter. He's a naturopathy doctor. He wrote a book called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. This book talks more about Kangen machine than the manual that comes with the machine. Thirdly, Bob Wright, director of American Anti-Cancer Institute. This guy, he wrote a book called Killing Cancer, Not People. And he's a body head of Cancer Institute in America. Because he knew that the body headed, they use chemotherapy to destroy the people, because chemo destroys the body than the cancer itself. So, but this guy says, no, I'm not going to recommend chemo to people. Rather, I found a good water, a good technology that can help you to live. Even though you find yourself in that danger zone, you can still live. So let's check what they say in their books. First, Killing Cancer, Not People by Robert G. Wright. On chapter 6, step 3 of the cancer diet, restructures ionizer water could save your life. On page 158, he said, I believe that ionizer water is mandatory baseline requirement for those with cancer. He said it is a mandatory, that it is a mandatory for those people that have cancer to get access to this water so that it will help them, because of that 3 property that we talked about. It could destroy cancerous cells in human body. Now, on page 168, he said, if when looking for electrolyzer unit today, I will choose SZ501 made by Enagic company. Simply, the Rolls Royce of water ionizer, Kangen water, been in business for 30 years. Because this Killing Cancer, Not People, he wrote it 19 years ago, because the Enagic is just celebrating 49 years in business. Okay, lastly, on page 170, he said, I have no financial interest in energy company, nor do I receive any remuneration for my recommendation, because he do this willingly in order to help generations, so that when you find yourself in that critical health situation, there is still hope for life. Next is Dr. Iromishinya. He is a professor of surgery in Abba-Essen College of Medicine, New York, and he performed over 360,000 of colonoscopy. On the enzyme factor, page 159, he said Kangen water is alkaline-rich water, pH range between 8 to 9, and is considered the very best of drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. Now, he wrote 4 books before he died. And the old books is talking about referring you back to Kangen technology. When you get it, and also we have some recorded of testimony of Dr. Iromishinya. Here is someone that have inflammations. Inflammation is talking about too much of acid reflux in the human body, and the body needs alkaline, and it go to the joint to draw the alkaline from that is deposited in the cartilage, and that makes the body to have inflammations in the joint. This calls arthritis, or when it becomes too severe, it becomes rheumatoid arthritis. So you can see the result within 3 months, everything is cleaned up. But here we have a breast cancer and a chronic constipation. You can see the colon, a lot of residues is deposited there. Okay, in 3 months after, you can see because of the toxic effect of Kangen water. Okay, when you begin to drink Kangen water, you see the first thing you notice is you begin to pee like normal business. The second is you see your bowel move naturally, you go to toilet at ease. For example, we have a lot of people around us, a lot of women and men that you see that they think that their body systems is the one keeping them not to have their bowel, not to have their bowel at least some, maybe once or twice in a week. And they claim it as if it is their body system. No, it is not your body systems. A lot of residue is being deposited. You eat twice in a day and you are not having a regular toilet. That makes all the food you are eating is being stored in your systems. Okay, you need Kangen water to help you, okay, to get rid of all this, and also eat a lot of fruit in order to help to supply a lot of fiber into your body to detox the whole systems out. Now, the third one is top testimony is called this person is having a cancer and is already running chemo. You know, chemo is a targeted therapy. It destroys both good and the bad cells of the body because it targets every cells of the body. That's why you see anybody that is having cancer is already running through chemo, is on chemotherapy. You see it lose the air, lose energy, and lose everything. Even sleeping becomes the problem because their heart pump at a very high rate. But what's the amazing result? 3 months after drinking Kangen water, the result is amazing. So I have, I'm so glad and happy to introduce or to share the testimony of our first ambassador in Kangen, Nigeria, Sister Titi. You can see before and after. I remember in the first week of August last year, because when the lady was brought to our office in Maryland, and she said that they discovered the cancer in her body in year 2020. And 2021, they placed her, doctor placed her on 6 doses of chemo in Bangkok University. Okay, and she started. So at second week of May 2022, which is last year, she already finished the whole 6 doses. And I remember that day, 2 people were in. It is her friend that gave her a call that there is a miracle water in Maryland because that's the first of machine that we install in Maryland. And they brought her into office that day. And Mr. Simon immediately recommended that, A1, please kindly supply this woman with 11.5 because when she told us that she had a cancer and she had finished her chemo and it's a stage 4 of cancer, okay? And we give her a cup of 11.5 and after about 5-10 minutes, Simon said, okay, we started giving her 9.5 because she only needs a little drink of that 11.5 and more of 9.5. Now, less than 30 to 35 minutes, the body received the water. She started stooling and peeing at the same time. Okay, she started stooling. So she goes to the restroom every 15 minutes. That sister that brought her became very, very afraid. Titi was the one encouraging her that I think this water is working in me. Let's give it a chance. Let's see how it goes. That day, she left back to her home in Ibafo. She couldn't get home until 6 p.m. You remember, you know, the traffic on that road is very worrisome. And she got home around 6 p.m. Before 7 p.m., 1 hour after, somebody that have not been sleeping since started chemo. She dozed off. They have to carry her from the dance sitting room to the up sitting room because she had a duplex in Ibafo. She couldn't wake up until next day, 9 a.m. in the morning next day. You can imagine that kind of a sleep. Somebody that have not slept for 1.5 years, they don't have a very sound sleep. It's like someone that is dead and resurrect. When she wake up, she started shouting, screaming. What has happened to me? The water, the water, the water. They hold her and said, don't worry, water is available. Don't worry, your life is here. And the next day, she had to come again. She started coming because Simon told her, you need to be getting this water fresh because that freshness is what they call the antioxidant. And to collect it, you need to be taking it fresh. Because why? Because that first property, the oxidations, okay, it's as you are opening your keg and you are closing it to take the water, the egg goes in and it reduces that oxidation. I mean, that negative will begin to reduce it. So in 72 hours, it becomes 0. So, but when you begin to collect it fresh and the negative is there, That shows the presence of antioxidant is there, and that will help the body to have a faster recovery. And this is where we get in. The photo we are seeing here is 5 weeks after, before and after. The second one is the first week after. The third one is 9 months after. If you look at that now, she looks very, very young because she has actually changed her water and she's looking awesomely beautiful and even radiating and looking smaller. In fact, you can't even recognize that she's a grandma because she's not beautiful because the water has never helped her a lot. Thank you. Now, that is the testimony of Kangen water. Now, all of my presentation is, I'm talking about just one water. The second water is called clean water, which is a cream protein, 7.0. This one, you use to take your medication, 2 for babies. That's why they draw Finibor to them. Now, you know, babies, we are all naturally born as alkaline in nature. We are all born as alkaline. That's why when you go to a place where a newborn baby is born, you get a very wonderful and nice smells. But when you go to home people, what happens? Very horrible smell because the body has already moved to acid. And that's why a lot of, bad smells comes out. Okay? So baby don't need Kangen water. You can't give baby Kangen water. Just give them clean water. And you know, in Nigeria now, doctor says antenatal mother should do exclusively breastfeeding for 6 to 7 months because they know that water in Nigeria, they're all acid. When you give it to baby, it makes them to have constipation. So, but when you have Kangen machine in your home, remember those days when we are small, they use teaspoon to feed babies water. So the world is really changing. But when you have Kangen machine in your home, you can do the same. You can use teaspoon to fill the baby. So you also use to take your daughter medication. The next water is beauty water. For all the beautiful women on call on the cloud tonight, this is what will help you to look more beautiful for your husband. So beauty water is the waste product that comes out from the back of the machine. It comes out simultaneously. That is the positive electron water. That is the bad water coming out from the back of the machine when you are collecting the Kangen from the front hose. So it's not actually wastewater. You can collect it and store it for your beauty to bathe. This is wonderful water. And I'll be bathing. In fact, this morning, that's what I bathed in the house before leaving, because the house I stay, my friend's house in this place, I actually installed the machine in the house there. Okay. So beauty water, it moisturizes your skin. The pH is about 5.5. The skin is about 5 to 6. So it's in between. So your body absorbs the water faster than any other water. Remember, it's ionized water, not just ordinary acid water, but ionized. So your body absorbs it faster than any other water. So it destroys wrinkles and makes your body to become moisturous. And you look, younger than your age. That is beauty water. So the next water, which is the number 4, is called 11.5. Now, 11.5 is very high, strong alkaline water, which is too high, not suitable for you to drink. Only if you are in a danger zone, only if you have serious health challenges, like cancer patient, like someone with a brain collapse, that is a Parkinson, someone like stroke, okay, all those, very, very, critical cases. Rescuing someone like someone with a respiratory problem, that's asthma, you can actually recommend them to take a little of 11.5 at a small gauge dose. But what they need them more is 9.5 or 8.5 or 9.0. Okay, that is what they need. Okay, but that 11.5, you're using it to steer, to facilitate the healing process. Okay, it's not something you can consume like that. No, only little drink you take. Okay, that is, then you now begin to take your 9.5 or 8.5 thereabout. So now, what do you now do with Kangen? With 11.5, when you have the Kangen machine in your house, you use it to go green. How do you go green? How do you wash your fruits and vegetables? Because all these fruit and vegetables we are eating, the rice, the beans, a lot of chemicals, a lot of pesticide, a lot of herbicide are present in it. Now, you can actually soak them in it to get rid of all the chemicals. Now, let's start from the basis of the fruit. Farmer use oil-based chemical because farmer knew that oil and water don't mix. That is why they use oil-based chemical to filter to the farm so that when the rain fall on the farm, the chemical will not be washed off. So they use oil-based chemical. But when they go back to harvest the crops, the chemical they have sprayed, they didn't remove it. And we go to the market and bring it to your home. Some mother that knows it, they use vinegar or salt or thereabout, but all this cannot remove the chemicals. But when you have Kangen machine, which is from the table of energy companies, you can get rid of all these chemicals, because these chemicals to contribute a lot to the state of our health. So I have another video that's going to help us to see the difference between 11.5 and also tap water. So here we have sesame oil. We also have tap water. Remember, oil and water don't mix, so we want to practice it here to see whether oil and water will mix. Of course, the regular water cannot mix it. The oil will stay afloat, water goes down. But when it comes to the 11.5, because of the micro clustering capability of 11.5 is very, very micro than the 9.5. It will break the oil and emulsify it. It will break the oil that both the oil and water, you cannot separate them. So the same thing will happen to farm produce. Your beans, your rice, your chicken, your turkey, we don't know where that turkey is coming from. You can soak them before you cook them. Are you aware now that they use sniper to preserve beans? That's why you don't see those weevils in your beans these days. Now, what is tap water cannot remove anything from the tomato. Okay, it can only remove dust and sand. But the chemical that farmer has sprayed is only 11.5, and that is when you put a positive investment on Kangen machine to have it in your home. Because we love our family so much. What the result? This cannot bring out anything. The water still remain the same the way it is. But watch 11.5, which is capable of remove all the pesticide, all the herbicide from the fruit. The result will wow you. What you are seeing here is not a tea bag. It is all the pesticide, all the herbicide, all the chemical that farmer has sprayed is what you see, that the 11.5 helps to get rid of it. So you can also see it on this fruit. This is a strawberry. The one on the right hand is the one that is watched with 11.5. The regular one is coming out as a normal, which cannot remove all the chemicals. If it's not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? The farmer protects himself. If it is a water, it doesn't need all this protection, because it needs a dangerous chemical, but he's spraying it on the farm. What the human beings will eat. That's why you see most farmers, they have two farms, one organic and the other one for profit making. That is the one they sell for you and I. So here we have Level Look SA501 produce 5 different types of water. Okay, 5 different types of water. Now, the last water, which is called sanitary water, is the waste product of 11.5. Once you click strong acid water, the last button, which is an orange button on the machine, it will produce from the front hose 11.5. The back end, which is the positive electron water, it is 2.5. As a matter of fact, this is the reason why they use this water to sterilize equipment in hospital in Japan, because sanitary water is the best water to destroy germs. It destroys 99.9% of germs. You can see the concentration there is a 2.5, very, very concentrated than the acid in the car. But yet, this is also very good in keeping our environment safe. For example, you can use 2.5 to mop the floor. You can use to remove dust stain on your clothes. You can use 2.5 to clean your computer, to clean your table, to mop your glass. Just spray it and you mop it. As you are spraying it on the air, all the germs, everything destroyed, because it's the best hand sanitizer. It's the hand sanitizer that you spray on your hand that it will not make your skin to become so harsh or hard or begin to bring out pus. It's a fantastic one, and also very good on the skin. For example, you have dandruff, you have eczema, you have psoriasis, you have acne, all form of deformity in the skin. 2.5 is fantastic. Or you have your mouth, you're having bad breath, or you have toothache. 2.5, you can goggle your mouth with it and throw it away, or you spray your mouth into it, or you to goggle your mouth, your throat if you're having a sore throat. So 2.5 is really fantastic. It's a fantastic water. You don't need to spend money on any hand sanitizer. This is the best. Now let's watch 2.5 on his skin. Okay, this is someone that's having eczema. Okay, drinking 9.5 and also using 2.5 to spray on the affected area in 2 weeks, the results on eczema is amazing. Here is someone that have psoriasis, very stubborn skin problems. Okay, if you also have like a wound, okay, like a diabetes person that have wound that is not healed, you can begin to spray 2.5 on the affected area, drink 9.5 to take care of the sugar in the internal body, while 2.5 will take care of the outer body. So 2.5 is really fantastic. It helps the outer body. So every water coming out from Kangen machine is not a waste. Here you have a man that works in Kota Kinabalu Hospital. For 15 good years, this man been carrying this problem around. And you can see how the skin look like 60 days after spraying 2.5 and drink 9.5 to take care of the internal body, whether from the blood or whatever. 2.5 take care of the outer body. The result is amazing. This is another lady. Her name is Suzanne. Okay, is a Singaporean. You can see the face look like a monster. 2.5 really dealt with her in 2 months. The result is amazing. Here we have a lot of award certification from different countries to this technology that I'm presenting to you today. It is my honor and privilege to present all the certificate that was given to Kangen machine. The first certificate I want to talk about is that Ministry of Health in Japan, after run through it, 6,500 doctors, run through all the water coming out from Kangen machine, level look SD501, their report shows that this is a medical device. That is why Ministry of Health gave a medical certification to Kangen machine. Second, International Standard Organization that gave 13,485. The same certification given to all medical equipment. Any medical equipment you see in hospital is having 13,485. So also Kangen machine also have same. Thirdly, in 2003, when this company moved to New York, Water Quality Association of the United States of America give a gold seal on Kangen machine. That's why when you see a Kangen machine, you see this gold seal and write USA under it, shows that it is a premium product, is the best. When you see any other organization machine, ask them about this certificate. If they cannot get it, it cannot be Kangen. Now, last 2 weeks in the website of Enagic, 15 other countries already give a medical certification to Kangen machine. So it's not only Japan Ministry Health that gave a medical device. Also, about 15 other countries which the company is going to pass it also, so that we can also. So level look SD501 produce 5 different type of water guarantee. It is not a water purifier. It is not an alkaline machine. Please, when you are doing your presentation, when you are telling somebody about Kangen machine, don't tell them it is a alkaline water. Don't tell them it is what we call it, water purifier. It is a medical device, or better still, call it Kangen machine. That suits the machine. Okay. Now, this is all we have for you. Now, this is the factory in Osaka, Japan since 1974. This technology is produced in this factory and is ISO certified, GMP certification, and also every machine is allocated to a one technician. So that technician will start it from the beginning to the finishing of it, and the serial number is allocated to that person, and that same serial number is also given to you as a buyer of the machine. It stands for you as a warranty 5 years. So that if anything happens to the machine, they can trace it back to who fixed the machine. Okay, but Kangen machine is a fantastic. All the one that we have been telling, we have never had any issue of any of it. So do you see value in this technology, and what value can you place? If you actually see value in this technology and you also see value in what I'm presenting, can you go to the chat box and type 777? In SLT, whenever we are doing our presentation, 77 is the champion number. So go to the chat box. If you feel that what you are hearing is really amazing, it really wow you, go to the chat box and type 777. Thank you, Charity Ozi. I appreciate you for that. So I expect more people. Go to the chat box. If you find it interesting, oh, my great leader, Madam Ify Peters, God bless you, ma. Awesomely, I appreciate you. My 5A distributor, I want to see you in 6A. Mohammed Yenusa, God bless you. Kende Ofili, I appreciate you all. Thank you for the encouragement. Okay, so let's continue. So The best gift you can give to a family, do you agree with me? Do you believe that this is the best gift you can give to a family? No, I do say this in my presentation, that, we love our family so much. We want a life to be comfortable for them. We buy a lot of things. We make them a good home. We buy them a good car. But let's only talk about car alone. In Nigerian economy today, if you want a good Jeep for your family, if you are even buying a Tokumbo Benz, you have 20-something million naira to buy it. Now, Kangen machine come with 5 years warranty. The Benz you buy today, whether Tokumbo or brand new, in 5 years, are you still riding Benz in 5 years? Kangen machine also come with 25 years minimum lifespan use. In 25 years, the Benz you buy 100 million today. In 25 years, is that Benz makes you a owner of car? Thank you, Samuel, then Samsung. I saw another person, Samsung. I don't know the name, but I want to appreciate you all. Thank you for your 77. Grace Unlimited. Thank you. I appreciate you all for your encouragement. Now, what I'm saying is, car, immediately you put your hand, you buy a car in a car shop. As you are driving out of that car shop, it has lost a value of minimum of 7 to 8%. In the next 5 years, you are still riding that car. You haven't buy another one. My brother, my sisters, you are no longer riding a car. In 25 years, it has turned to rats. But 25 years of investing into your health, buying Kangen machine into your home and connecting with your water source, and it will elevate your health. It will keep your family safe, and it will take you away from all nonsense of chemicals. It is a positive investment. It is a must for every home to have. Virginia Curtis, I appreciate you. Ushe, Wankema, I appreciate you all for the 777. God bless you. So let's continue. Now, the value of this machine today. First, it comes with 5 years warranty. Level Look SD501 is a medical device. Is flashing model of 7 solid titanium platinum plate. This is a mechanism that works inside the machine. And the value today is 3,480 euro. And if you are buying it right from our office in Lagos, Lagos is spearheading distribution in the whole Africa. Now, anywhere you are in Nigeria, once you pay 2,970,000, anywhere you are in Nigeria, be in Maduguri, be in Kano, be in Sokoto, this machine will be delivered to you at your doorstep. All I need from you, once you make the transfer to our company account in Providence account, which I'm going to display, give me the receipt or give the receipt to the person that invites you to this seminar tonight. And we need your ID, either national ID or international passport, the photo site, where contain your bio data and your email address and your house or office address, where you can receive the machine. Once you submit it to the office, then they'll proceed in quoting your machine and also sending it down with a courier to your doorstep. Once you receive, then you get back to us so that we can make arrangement for installation. Now, if you look at the black spot of this machine, I like talking about it. This black spot is where we have antibacterial filter. Remember, if you have a bowl in your house, because bowl is not treated water, so when it goes into this machine, it will first of all go through the antibacterial filter to get rid of any form of fungus or bacteria that is found in the water. Then, before it can go through ionization, before the separation can happen to the water, to make your water healthable. So this is the water, this is the Kangen technology that I'm presenting to you today. So thank you. If you see find value more, please go to the chat box and type 777. So the best gift, you agree with me, is priceless. You agree with me that it's priceless. Kangen machine is priceless, okay? Because something that you use for 5 years, Japan, they don't do anything that is a less value. They go for the high product, all right? Thank you, Madam Grace. Oh, thank you. Question, please put your questions at the end. Please, at the end, you can ask your question. You're talking about Ghana. We deal with that after we get to the question and answer. Okay, only medical grade water machine, ISO 13485 medical standard, only machine that can produce 11.5 and 2.5. No other machine that does it in the world. We have so many replicants or people that try to duplicate the original. They try to duplicate like China, like Hong Kong and other. They can't be the original. So they don't produce, their machine can't produce this. They don't also have those three certificates I'm talking about. And also their product is also a cheaper product. Okay. So this is the best for your family. I also want to appreciate people that is typing. Jacinta, appreciate you. Mohammed Yenusa, I also appreciate you. Thank you for the 777. God bless you. So let's continue. Now, 5 years warranty. 5 years warranty. And we have never seen any of the machine that gets spoiled. Even though it gets spoiled, you can send it down to our office in Lagos and they'll fix it for you. In 5 years warranty is still covered. So after 5 years, then you can now pay for repair. But if you send it for repair now, okay, the only thing you pay for is the transport, going to Lagos and come back to your place. Okay. But for the next 5 years, you only pay for transport. Then after 5 years, then you can now pay for, they will charge you a little for repair. But usually the machine don't get spoiled. That's why we tell you, once you buy the machine, as we're installing, what you need is you need a surge protector in case of high voltage of lighting. That's the only thing. So once you put a projector, a surge protector, the machine will be working fantastic. Like I went to visit a man in Asokoro that bought the machine through us, and we only talked to the plumber and the plumber fixes, and the machine is working. I got there and see the machine is working fantastic. So the man is so happy to even receive in his house. So Kangen machine comes with 25 years plus minimum lifespan use. And one of the kind patented e-cleaning system, that is the machine serving itself. Anything you click on the machine will talk to you and tell you what you have pressed. And once you say cleaning, then it means you want to do auto services. So don't collect the water, shift the hose to the waste side so that run the water. After I finish, the machine will welcome you and say, Kangen water 9.5. Depends on the setting that you put it. So this is how the machine works. Okay, so let's go for that. Now, the next is, this is the account. So you can screenshot so that you can make a transfer and get back to us, all right, so that we can process and distribute your machine down to your house. So once you pay 2,970,000, then you give all the receipt, your ID, your email address, your phone number, and your house or office address. Then you receive your machine. So that's the first part. So I'm going to do the last part briefly so that we can go to question and answer. So Enagic as a business. Now, you might look at it and say, oh, 2,970,000, how am I going to afford this? But I tell you, the person's doing presentation tonight, in the month of August, I don't even have 5,000 naira to buy this machine. All I have is faith, belief, and work with the vision. Today, I own 2 accounts. I have my machine that I carried around. Now I want to buy the 3rd account, which is going to be another machine that I'm going to install in my house, so that we can have a water collecting center in Ibadan. I'm working towards that immediately so that people in Ibadan can also get Kangen water to be drinking and also place order for it. Now, all you need to do is believe in the system, attend the demo, then invite people to buy, so that when anybody buy through you, then you can place it, says on your name, and you have the account. Once you have the account, keep running the business, then change your water, because once you're in the business, you have access to the water, even though you have not gotten the machine. That is normal. Now, let's go on the business presentation. Proven device for the mass market. What does that mean? In so many countries that they enter, suddenly show that people that you never expect that will buy the machine are the people that is buying the machine. If people put, you see, when people put a higher value on the health, they see that it is a positive investment. So what we are saying is, don't prejudge. Don't say this family cannot buy. Don't say they cannot afford to buy. Your job is not to do that. Your job is to tell them about Kangen water. Your job is to tell them about our presentation, our demo, our online Zoom that we do every 8 o'clock on every Sunday, okay? And show them how to witness the demo or send them the recorded Zoom so that they can watch and see the value. And when you are sharing information about Kangen, please don't tell them the price. It's not the price first, the value first, because here we are talking about water. Everybody drink water. So when you begin to tell them about water, and you tell them they put 3 million naira to get the machine, they look at it as if something is wrong with your head. But what you need to display to people is the value, not the price. So over 5 billion have generated in inceptions of distribution of this machine. Over 1.5 to 2 million of the machine is being used in so many families. So if you know anyone that drink water, everybody drink water. So that is why I want to also drink my Kangen water. So share to everyone. If you have your Kangen water over there, so let's have a share. Everyone drink water. Because everyone drink water, that is your customer, and that is my customer. So all we need to do is this: join the lover of Kangen water around the world. Change your water, change your life. Now, Enagic as a business, no monthly qualification, no stocking or loading of inventory, no annual renewal. What that simply means is, once you own a simple account with Enagic, okay, you don't need to renew it. It's only one account. You can even have a minimum of 3 accounts. Now I have 2 accounts. I want to get a 3rd one. So once you have a name in the system, for example, my name is Fakomiti Adeyemi, I can only duplicate it 3 times and submit this different or same account to the 3 accounts. Like now I have 2 accounts which I'm heading bonuses on, okay? And I submitted GTB for 1 account, the Zenith for the 2nd account. I can submit the same Zenith for the 2 or 3 accounts that I own. So the basic is you cannot register more than 3. So once you do that, any sales that comes up, you begin to get your bonuses. Now, you don't need to renew your account. Then the sales is cumulative. And this says once it added up, it's advanced your promotions. International borderless simply means when you have an account in Nigeria, you can sell to someone in France, in Canada, in US, anywhere in the world, in South Africa, in Kenya. Like we have somebody is asking about Ghana, which we're going to address as we go further. Now, international borderless, we've talked about that. The patented compensation plan. This is the first time I'm seeing a compensation being patented in my 20-something years in network marketing. Okay, this is the first time I'm seeing a plan that is being patented. And the major issue we'll be having with previous company is that their plans, after they introduced to us, after we have the market to go round, to have the market be saturated, then they started manipulating the plan against leaders. But energy plan is patented since 1994. They've been using this plan. So let's go. You agree with me that Africa is on top market. Here is the certificate of patented. So let's go. Now, we have 2 types of marketing: multi-level marketing, okay, then the next is energy. But multi-level marketing is, we have it so general, we have it so much in our society, but in network marketing, we have about 7 different payment systems. Out of it, we only put 1 here to compare it with an energy plan, okay? This is binary system, bring 2 by 2. But energy, it has nothing to do with those 7 plans that we have in network marketing. Energy oil is called direct sales commissions. It's actually designed to make sales of this machine and certify all their distributors. The company also get their shares, everybody's minds. Now, once you buy a machine, this is you, then you can use your ID to sell to as many people as possible with your ID to your direct. And when your direct also make a sales, you get indirect sales. That leads you to get group sales. Now, every sales of the machine, Energy pays 10 different bonuses on a single sales. But we're going to talk about 8A and 8-point commission and education allowance. So here is the first bonus. Once a machine is sold, the company will remove 3,000. Once the company get 3,480, that's the amount for the Level Look SD501. We also have another brand of the machine, but we only talked about Level Look SD501. We have K8, we have Junior, we have Platinum, we also have Super SD, which is the biggest size of the machine. Now, but we're using only SD501. Once they receive 3,480, the company will budget out of the money 1,640 euro and use 8 to divide that. And the answer gives you 205. That 205 euro is in PS of 8, which is going to be used to distribute the money to the people that make the sales happen. This is you. Once you own an account or you have a machine, it's possible for you to use your money to buy the machine and also put on your name, or you make a sale to someone who have the money and you now put the machine on your name. Use your name to buy the machine so that you can own the business account and supply to your customers. Yes, that is how I start the business. That's how I has the first account that I own. Now, on that first 6, you are not to earn on that. So it is only people that helps you to make the sales happen that will enjoy that 8 slice of 205. Now, until you now make the second, then another 6 now, which you use your ID to make the 6. Then you now join on that 8 slide, you are taking 1 point, which is 205. Make the second 6, you also earn 1 point because your position is 1A. So you also earn 205. So once you make the third 6, immediately you are getting 205. You will be promoted to 2A, and you are taking 205 times 2. That is 410 euro. Next is, once you see the cumulative is 10 6, which you'll be checking in from your DSS, that is your website, your personal website services on the Enagic website. Once you see that your team sales is already having 10 group sales of the machine, use your ID to make the set number 11 sales, and you promoted to 3A, and you earn 205 times 3, that's 615 euro. Next is, once you have cumulative of 20 machines, use your ID to do number 21, promoted to 4A, and earn 820. This night, I check the rate of euro. Are you aware now that euro now to naira is 825 naira to 1 euro? My brother, you need to promote this business in order for you to earn, in hard currency, and also edge from this fluctuation of economy. Next is, once your cumulative hits 50 machine, use your ID to do number 51, you promoted to 5A, and you earn 1,025 euro on that single machine. Once your cumulative hits 100 machine, use your ID to do number 101, then you move to 6A, and you earn 1,330 euro on that single machine. So let's see the analysis of what I've just discussed. This is you. Once you buy the first machine, every denote in green is your commissions in euro. This is you. You make a sales to the first person, and your first person is Tom. Now, you are earning what? 205. That is 1 point. You sell to Alex, you are still on 1A, then you earn 205. You sell to Rose, you move to 2A, then you earn 205 times 2. That is 410 euro. This is above 300,000 immediately. Once that happened, now Grace decided to, Tom decided to sell to Grace. See what happened? Grace is your indirect. You are taking 205. Now, Grace said to Polly, Polly said to Arthur said to Ade, Ade said to Ojo, Ojo said to James, up to 8 levels deep. In Tom line and Alex line, you are taking up to 8 levels deep. Any sales of the machine, you are taking 205 euro. Next, Rose line. Anytime Rose make a sales of the machine, you are taking 410 euro per machine. So at this point, your cumulative is not up to 10, but you make a sales to Kim again, use your ID. So you will be promoted because you don't have 10 cumulative machine. So Kim still remain as your 2A line. So you earn 410. Kim said 3 machine. See what happened? You are taking 210 euro per machine. On this note, your cumulative is already 10 machines. So use your number 11 on May machine. So you'll be promoted to 3A and you earn 615 euro per machine. So anytime May makes sales of the machine, if May say 10 machine, you are getting 615 times 10. That is a lot of money, my brother. That is a lot of money. Now, at this note, Annie sell 3 machines. You are still getting what? 410, 410. Bob is under Annie and he sell 3 machines. You are still getting what? 410, 410. But remember, every sales of the machine, 1,640 euro is removed and divided with 8. And each time that you are still within that 8, you still get a share from it. But on this note, John comes under Bob and make the first sales. John will first get 1 point out of that. So John will earn 205. So John take 1 point, Bob take 2 points, Annie take 2, Kim take 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 7. So out of 8, it remains at 1. So you are taking 1 point from Don machine. On Don machine, you are not earning 410, rather you are earning 205. So if John make the second 6, you are still earning 205. But if they don't make the third 6, John will be promoted to 2A line. He's going to earn 2 points on Dan machine. So Bob 2 points, Annie 2 points, Kim 2 points, the 08 point is finished. So on Dan machine, my brother, my sisters, you are not going to earn a dime from it. It also it doesn't count to your cumulative sales. To me, it is on the part of the company, it is a sincerity. Some other company will tell you you earn to infinity when they know that you cannot earn to infinity. They're just trying to deceive you and trap you in. But Enagic is telling you that this is when your income will stop. I rather prefer to work with such company that is open even from the beginning, that let me know that this is where my income comes from. Not that they'll tell you earn to infinity, why they know that it's not possible for you to earn to infinity. But if you look at what happened on this line of Kim, you have even earned a lot of money that is even enough for you to buy your own machine. If at the beginning you only own a machine, an account, because you don't have machine, the profit you have made from this system alone has already bought you about 2 machines. So if you look at it now check your cumulative. If it's 20, then make a sales to Tony so that you can be promoted to what 4A and earn 820 euro on that Tony machine. So anytime Tony make a sales of the machine, you are earning the same. So you have 50 cumulative, make a sales to Simon so that you promoted to 5A and you earn 1,025 euro. Once your cumulative is 100 machine, then you make a sales to Sam, then Sam promotes to 6A, you become a leader and you earn 1,230 euro per machine. So once you become 6A, every sales that comes in from your ID, you are earning 1,230 euro. Anytime Sam also makes any sales, you are earning 1,230 euro. Anytime Simon makes a sales, you are earning 1,025 euro. So by line, remember it is line by line. So once you become 6A, you are already a leader in the system. You will join career paths, but before career paths, remember this Dan that you are not earning anything from. Immediately you become 6A, something will happen. You will earn education allowance. Anywhere this Dan fall, whether you register 10 machine, you are earning education allowance per machine is 135 euro per machine. So immediately you become 6A, you open that your non-group sales become bonus for you as a second bonus, which is called education allowance. And at the same time, you join the career path. Career path means once you become 6A, outside what you have earned earlier, the systems immediately will credit your account with $3,000. Okay, in euros, it's about 240 euro. So they will credit it. It is a promotional, it is a ranking position incentive. Ranking position incentive. Because you become a leader, you become 6A, you earn $3,000. It's paid from our office in New York. The next is encourage 2 of your line, either direct or indirect, to become 6A, so that you become 6A2. You earn $6,000 one-time incentive, different from daily sales. Of the machine. So encourage 2 of your line to become 6A2-3. Then you earn one time of $25,000 and 5,000 basic incentive. In fact, I love this 6A2-3. It is the reason why you see me moving from one city to the other, because I really want to hit this. Okay, that's why you need to lay your foundation very well from the beginning so that you begin to build on the foundation like that, then you get there. And a lot of people have already, they've achieved, they rank this. You see what we have posted in what happened in Las Vegas, that we have Mr. San Francisco, where Mr. Simon was there. They had a 49 years anniversary. And so in the golf court and all those ceremonies, you see a lot of people, they pasted them there. Okay, even that series is not even yet there. It's from a 6A2-6. Okay, But from this, you started earning, incentive minimum of $5,000 every month, different from your daily sales of the machine, which is a education allowance and also 8-point commissions. Next, encourage 2 of them to come to CA2-3 so that you move to CA2-4. You earn 50,000 once off and 10,000 basic incentive. Next, encourage 2 of them to come to CA2-4 so that you move to CA2-5. You earn 100,000 once off and 15,000 basic incentive. Next, the last, and not the least, encourage 2 of them to come to CA2-5 so that you move to CA2-6. Then you earn 200,000 once off and 20,000 basic incentive. This is the end of Enagic presentation tonight. I want to appreciate you. Now, I want to say this. If people around the world have already achieved this, we all know how we are in Nigeria, how the energy that God has actually deposited in us, okay, we were going to achieve it in less than 2 years, in less than 3 years, we're going to hit this CA2-6. If you believe that we hit CA2-3, go to the chat box and type 777. Now, one thing I like to say is, first is you need to visualize yourself, that see yourself first in dreams, dream it, see yourself that you can achieve it. If you don't see, you don't visualize, see yourself, it happen in the spiritual realm, it cannot happen in the physical realm. Thank you, Charity. A lot of people are coming up on the chat box and putting the 777. My brother, let's roll the ball. It can happen. It happened in other countries. It also happened in Nigeria. We're going to see a lot of people be springing up from the team. A lot of CA2-6, CA2-5. In fact, it's going to happen. One, we don't believe it. First, you need to act and begin to work. Put action in place. Don't just lazy around. Don't just fold your arms. Rather, put action in place and set your goal, set your dreams, and begin to work in natural life. And also pray God will make it happen to us. This is the end of presentation. I really appreciate everyone that have been contributing in the chat box. I appreciate you a lot. God bless you. So this is time for question and answer. Please, the floor is open. Unmute yourself and ask your question so that